Yeah.
All right. Um, Going away from the chapter now. Let's hear it. What was your backstory? How did you get into One Piece, and why do you love
Back.
it so much?
Okay. When I went to uni, my boy kept saying, watch One Piece. And I kept telling him, I'm not watching nothing that's 900 episodes long. You're crazy, bro. I said, you're crazy. And then, what was it? It was when COVID first hit. So
Yeah.
then all my roommates, they went back. And then I couldn't go home because obviously I was in Canada at the time. So I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
go home. So I was like, damn, I'm like 2, 3 months on my own. I might as well watch One Piece.
Yeah.
I watched it and I was like, wow, the show's good. The show is good. The show is good.
So you
Oh,
caught up basically, and then you started reading it
yeah,
afterwards.
yeah, yeah. So at
Oh
the time,
wow.
they had just kind of got into Wano. They had
Yeah.
just started Wano. We had got to the part where you found Otama and she gave the she saw her take the thing from her
The
cheek. Her dad,
Kibidangos.
yeah, 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 yeah. And then that's where he had just got to. So that's from then on I just started reading. And I was like, yeah, this is just hard. But
Oh,
yeah, it's a brief, Done, Alex. If you're watching this, shout out Alex. So, but yeah, yeah,
that's
he's really tough.
cool.
What about you? How did you get into it? And
Oh,
what's just
what about me? Damn. It happened around, was it after like grade 11, after my IGCSEs?
hmm.
Around that time, I was really getting into anime back then. So like I had restarted rewatching Dragon Ball Z. I'd watched a few of the movies, but I hadn't
Yeah.
really gotten into it. So
Okay,
I
okay.
started with Dragon Ball Z. Then I went into Naruto as well. A combination of Naruto and Fairy Tail. So I went into those. I just started watching a bunch of different animes. And then one of my friends was like, yo, check out One Piece as well. I was like, okay, fine, cool. And
Yeah,
like me, I wasn't like anybody else where they were saying, oh, it's 900 chapters, it's a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. Yeah.
It was actually 800 chapters by then, 800
Okay.
episodes when I started watching. So I watched everything. And it was me and my sister as well. She was also
Mhm.
just getting into it because she
That's how I got.
started drawing and stuff. So like
That's
we
how I.
just watched together, but I really breezed through them. I breezed through
Same,
episode to
same.
episode to episode. It took me like 3 months.
It took me two.
And I was like, wow. The thing is, it only took me 3 months because I was watching it at the same time I was watching Naruto and I was watching
Oh,
others. But then
mm,
when One Piece got like really, really interesting to me, like
mm,
after like our long park,
mm.
I was just like I dropped everything else and then I just focused on that.
Just focus on it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so because there's too many episodes to focus on three different
yeah.
things, too much information.
I
So I
was.
caught up almost midway through
Cake
Whole
Island.
Cake
Cake
Island.
Island.
Yeah. Like I think at the there were the point in the seducing woods. That's where I caught up. So once I
Mm-hmm.
caught up to the episodes, I just started I started reading it. I read, and then I caught up week to week. And I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, damn, this is just amazing. And then I
100%.
started like following like all these One Piece YouTubers that were doing like reviews or they were reading along, like Rogers Base and BDA Law and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, this show is just incredible. The world building, everything. I've just been a fan since. So that was how I got into it, and I've never looked back. And now I just want to talk about it too. I was just like,
Yeah,
oh,
no, 100%. I recommend everyone to watch One Piece. It's good for real. I mean,
yeah,
I
and like it doesn't even matter how long it takes you to watch or read it. You're still gonna have a good time. It's just like you don't have to worry about how long it is. Just
yeah,
take your time and make sure you don't get spoiled.
like really
Uh,
treat take time. Yeah, Ace got spoiled for me, very upset. But apart from that,
true,
he's good.
actually, same. I got spoiled for Ace, but
You know how
the
it happened?
thing is, the
No, you
thing
have to.
is,
I
when
was
I
on the
got to it,
yeah, I was on the
when I
phone,
got
and
to it, it still hurt.
yeah, no, you go first. You go first.
I'm sorry. I'm
No, no,
sorry. Like when I got to the Marineford arc, I knew it was coming, but then I thought people were lying. Actually, I thought they were lying when they said Ace died. So
Yeah.
I went into it thinking, oh, like when they finally saved him, I was like, these guys were lying. It's fine. He's okay. Oh no. 3 episodes
Yeah.
later, I kind of just puts a hole in him like a donut. And I
Yeah.
was just
You're
like,
like, damn,
damn.
bro. Nah, mine's kind of so. Me and my boy at the time were watching it at the same time,
Yeah,
but I ended up getting ahead of him. So I
yeah.
was like, but he knew because he knew somebody who had watched it, so he had some spoilers to me. So I was like, oh, Ace and Blackbeard just fought. I'm like, this shit is crazy. I don't know what happened. Then he's like, oh, did Ace die? I'm like, what? What do you mean Ace
Oh
died?
no.
So then he hang up. He's like, oh, what? So the worst part was the whole period he gets caught in Impel Down. Then we get to Marineford. I'm just waiting for him to die. So then when he gets
Yeah.
saved, I'm like, oh, maybe he survives. And then I'm like, damn, it's tough. It's tough.
Like Oda really took us for a ride with that one. He
Yeah,
really did.
yeah.
Uh, and I just didn't expect it, especially like the way he took us through like emotions, especially like after the crew got separated, and then we
Mm.
went into the Impel Down arc, which was just amazing.
10 out of
Brought
10 out
like
of 10.
fan favorites like Mr.
Bon
Two,
Clay.
Bon Clay, the GOAT.
The,
Oh
the,
my days.
the goat for real.
That was it. And then Marineford in itself,
The best art.
Whitebeard,
Oh,
everyone
yeah,
just like,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah. All
Oh
right.
man.
Since we've been having a discussion, I want to ask you one last question.
Yeah.
What is your top three One Piece arcs?
Top three.
Yes, top three. Don't have to be in order. You don't even have to be in order.
They don't have to be in order.
Uh,
Damn. That's hard.
um,
That's hard. Um, I'd have to go. Um, number three would be Zo, which is
okay.
surprising,
Yeah, that
but
was right. Yeah.
that was a huge info dump that I loved and how they
Yes.
expanded on the world.
Loved it. Yeah, it was very good.
Number two is Marineford,
Yeah.
and then number one is Ennie's Lobby.
That's my number one and number two as well. That's the exact same one. And
Is
he's not
Ennie's
one. Peak fiction. Peak.
It
Peak.
was great. It was the first time we really saw how good Oda was at storytelling, how
Yeah,
he
yeah.
built up everything that happened before, giving us little tidbits here and there. And it made us more aware to like paying attention to things that happened before because they're gonna come back later. Like
Even
regardless of how small and minuscule it is, some way, somehow, Oda is gonna bring it back.
And even to build on that, I think he had the perfect blend between seriousness, action, and comedy with Sober King, Sniper King at the same
Yeah,
time. Like it was done perfectly because it was such a serious moment. Yet you
yeah.
still had that comedy effect, which was done perfectly because it wasn't forced. There wasn't a point where you felt it was forced. And obviously, you get Luffy's naiveness of he's the only one who doesn't know it's Usopp, you know? So if like it was just nah, I think that's for me is the best arc by far.
And
And
it's not
then
even just that, how he used Soge King, like
yes,
Sniper King, like
yeah,
with the most elite of lines, where
yeah, yeah,
Luffy told him just to shoot down that flag and
yeah.
essentially just say, I've declared war on the world government
Mm-hmm,
for
mm-hmm.
one person in my crew, because you messed with one person in my crew that I hold dear to me. And it just expanded so well. It was just a beautiful arc.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then Robin finally deciding to like
Glad she
trust
wants to
the
fulfill.
people that
Yeah.
are around her, because she had been living on her own for a while. She couldn't trust people enough until Luffy came into the picture and did what he did. The crew as a general did what they did to save her. It was beautiful.
Top tier, top tier. Yeah,
Well,
I think the
well,
storytelling was the best. The connecting of stories. I mean, like you said, every small, minute detail of storytelling, even the small things of you hear. I forgot the Ice Admiral telling Robin that you'll lose your friends, blah blah blah, and it felt as if this was
Aokiji.
Aokiji. This felt the path that was gonna go. But you see, when with someone like Luffy, who like the story had been going, completely contradicted what people's storylines and things that they were going through. Whether it
Yeah, and
meant
it
you need to rule in your country, he would come and flip that, you know, or you need a
yeah.
new and it was beautifully done. It was beautifully done. I can't
Yeah, and it even went full circle back to like her backstory with Jaguar D Sol,
exactly.
the
Yeah,
giant that saved her, and was
amazing.
like the sea is so big that you don't have to worry. No matter how long it takes, you'll find people that care about you, and you won't have to worry again. Something like that. I'm
Yeah,
paraphrasing.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
was essentially proving what Aokiji was
He had
saying
said
was going to be wrong. And it
yes,
was
yes.
also saying that, like, regardless of what happens to her, like, she still has people that care about her. It doesn't
100,
matter what happens. So she'll be with them till the end of time and everything like that. And it also brings back, like, how important a character can be, regardless of, like, how much strength they have, like battle strength. Like, Robin is strong, but she's not that strong. That's not where her real strength comes from.
hey, she's the
Her
most
real
important
strength
character.
comes from her knowledge and, like,
Knowledge,
what she knows about her ability to read the
poneglyphs.
the poneglyphs and, like, learn about history, and how she just, like, advises Luffy. You know, it's
Mm-hmm,
just
mm-hmm.
like there's so much information you can learn from her, and it's just beautiful. It's just love it. Love
Completely
it
agree.
so much. What are your top picks, though?
So yeah, first two are the same. I have Annie's Lobby Mareeford. And my
Yeah.
third is see, this is the one that is hard. It's hard for me to pick the third because it's either between surprisingly Skypiea. I actually rate Skypiea
Skypiea
heavy.
is rated. So Skypiea is
Yeah.
actually goated. It's really good.
Cake Island and then also Dress Rosa. I was
Uh
probably going to Dress Rosa, but the pacing is why I didn't want to put Dress Rosa. That's the only
Agreed.
reason.
The pacing is wild, but it had so many good moments. Especially,
Yes,
like, I know people don't like Sabo and the way he was introduced into
I
it,
like him
but
so.
I love him.
I loved it. I had no complaints. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I had no complaints about that. If there was any complaint that somebody could have, it was Rebecca.
yeah,
Rebecca
yeah.
could have been a better character than one. She had the potential to be not just a princess that needed saving.
Saving. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
she
Yeah,
could
I
have
agree.
held her own. She could have fought.
And then
Like,
if we wanted even if they wanted that to be the final say of her being that thing, that could have been at the result of her done what she had to do. And I agree with you. I
exactly.
felt she the wasted character. I agree.
Yeah, she had a lot of potential to be a lot better than she turned out to be.
Yeah,
But
agree.
if that's really my only gripe with the arc besides the pacing,
Yeah, that's why I put Just Rosa is that. I think if you take away the pacing, like the backstory, one of the most, I think that's the most tragic. That
yeah,
whole stage story. Doflamingo is, if not, if you don't think he's the best villain, Katakuri, Blackbeard, whoever it is, he's one of another elite
he's
villain.
definitely
Elite,
top five.
elite.
He's
Yes, yeah.
definitely
For me, he's
top
top
five.
three, and he's not 3 or 2. So at this moment of time.
I
So yeah,
respect it. I
yeah.
respect it. Um, but also one other thing is that we don't realize it, but Dressrosa had a lot of huge implications to the story coming forward,
Completely big. I mean, the
especially
whole
with
Kaido
now
thing.
that we know that Luffy has indirectly has an army that he
Yeah,
can use at his disposal. He didn't use it in Wano, but he can use it later on, especially
100.
when it comes to the final saga,
The final war.
which
Yeah, yeah,
I feel, which everybody feels is gonna be Luffy versus
Blackbeard.
the not necessarily Blackbeard.
Oh,
I think
Marines.
it's actually gonna be the world government with
Okay,
Im-sama.
that's right. Okay.
I mean, yes, Blackbeard has. I don't know what Oda is gonna do. I don't know who the final villain is gonna be. I don't know if
And
it's
that
gonna
is
be
a
Im
good
or
thing.
Blackbeard.
That is, that is a good thing because we have so many story. You don't even know. Maybe what's his name? Zebek is alive and comes back and makes a return. Who really knows? Who really knows?
No, it's that there's so much. There's so much. So we'll see.
Like we're about 1,000 episodes deep and we still don't know shit. That's crazy. It's
We know
crazy.
so much, but know so
Yeah, we
little.
know so little. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then I'm just wondering, how is Oda gonna pack this into the next 5 years? Because that was predicted, but I doubt it's
I think
gonna.
that's cap. I think
That's
that's cap.
cap. I think we have a good 7 to 8 years of One Piece left.
Agreed. Agreed. And I hope in that 7 to 8 years, Togashi sees what Oda has been doing and also takes some inspiration and drops some Hunter x Hunter content. We hope so.
I really hope he does.
Pray.
I really
We really
hope he's
pray.
actually I hope he's better. Because I believe the
Amen.
main reason that he hasn't been releasing stuff
This
was
is
just
back.
because he
Yeah.
got sick or something.
Yeah.
But hopefully maybe he gets an editor that helps him out with writing the story and drawing stuff. But yeah,
Pray.
Togashi needs to drop some stuff.
We need some more peak fiction, please. Please.
Yes, indeed, indeed. All right, bro. Thank you for coming on again.
Ah,
You
appreciate
know,
any time, bro. Come on now.
yes. Definitely gonna have another discussion once the next chapter comes out,
Sounds good.
or in case something else happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. No, I mean, we have a break. So if there's anything,
yeah,
we can talk about some random One Piece shit. If not, but yeah, for sure.
definitely. All right,
Sounds
bro.
good.
Thank
All
you.
right. Take care.